Hello, my mic's on. Phil, hello. You made it. Awesome. Actually, I was just saying to my girlfriend that when I first start off, there's normally no one there because I've just started off, right? And so, yeah, normally the first couple of minutes is me just kind of talking to no one, which is a bit weird. So I'm glad you're there. How you doing, Phil? So, yeah, you said you were opening up your... yeah, you're opening up your what's it called, the cafe for takeaway. I bet you got so much snow up there as well. Cool. Right, so Phil, what we do, I will explain what I do on these live streams. So what I do is I ask you guys questions, and some of the questions are, I have them pre-typed up. Imagine that. Because I'm such a slow typer that I was like, I need to have them typed up so I can copy and paste them. So what instruments do you want to hear in this track? And give me an approximate tempo. And I say from 60 to 170 because some smart arse will put like 300 beats per minute or something like that, just to try and be clever. And a descriptive word. And the descriptive word helps me go through my library of tunes, and hopefully one of the titles of one of the tunes has that descriptive word in it or something like that. Yeah, so I've actually just realised something isn't... Actually, it's not that important. Last night I discovered that I had this setting where when somebody types something, this little robot in my ear that you guys can't hear tells me the name of the person and what they've typed, and it's kind of helpful when I'm doing other things. So give us a descriptive word, yeah, and an approximate tempo. I used to say style, but then the other day somebody said country. And I was like, right, I know how to come up with a country bass line and a country drum beat, but most of the things that I do are very synth orientated. So coming up with, yeah, country's a lot of guitar, obviously. So yeah, I'm kind of avoiding asking the style, but you can if you wish. Yeah. Phil, are you still there? Or are you just saying a little hello just to confuse me? Just going to see. So we've got one person on Twitch, and for some reason it says read only on Facebook. I don't quite understand why that says that, but yeah, we will see. Dub. Okay. I think I've gone a bit blank. I was like, dub. Okay. And is that your descriptive word, or is that the style? Anyway, I'll go over to this. Oh, yeah. So Phil, because it's essentially just you and other floaters in the background, I will go into a bit more detail of of how I make music. Essentially, every day, at least once a day, I throw an idea down. Completely, oh, that's a style, okay, completely random, and sometimes it's crap and sometimes it's good, and I have hundreds of these ideas, and I just like listen to some of them, go, oh yeah, I want to work on that, and I work on about 10 tracks at once, and I find just going through those tracks that and there's also a way that I keep it all organized and stuff like that, but I can explain that later. So let's go over to controller view. Right, I use... So Phil, what is it you've got again? You don't have the push 2, do you? I think you've got something else, but it's going to be really, really similar. So for example, right, dub would be kind of half 130. Yeah, we'll just do it at 75, so that'd be okay. You would just I go off I start off in, you got an Akai thing. Okay, cool. So this is session view. And Phil, have you used Ableton at all? Or is it just you simply downloaded it and haven't done much with it yet? There's a bit of a delay when I'm asking and actually seeing the answer to these questions. So this here is session view. And when you press the tab button, this is the arranger view. The arranger view is what people are used to seeing. You haven't really used it. Okay, no worries. And it goes from left to right. And then you can see, for example, on the right, you'll see over here, we've got the drums, and it will play from left to right. And these are the bars up here. And this down here, you can't see down there. Okay. And when you press the tab button, these are essentially little cells that you record loops into. And the loop will be whatever length you want it. So when I start recording, I could have it a 1 bar loop if I press the record button just before the end of the bar, or I could have a 16 bar loop and whatnot. So probably the easiest thing is actually if I move ahead, you will see, and then when I actually give you a lesson, we can go into a lot more detail. Does that sound all right? Yes. Oh, I think that sounds okay. Just going to move my light there. So we're going to just randomly pick a drum kit. Now you said dub, so when I randomly pick a sound and load it in, it may not be a dub kit, but we'll attempt to make it sound dub anyway. That's really quiet. Okay, we don't want that one. Just waiting for it to load up. I'm kind of asking my computer to do lots of things. I've got, yeah, lots of things going on. Do you know what? I'm not going to use that one either. This isn't in true sort of splurgy style. And when I say splurgy style, it's like you just splurge out a musical idea. Okay, that's good. I've just turned the metronome on, which you would do up here normally. If you're just getting your computer fill. Okay, no worries. I'm just going to see if there's anyone else. While you get your computer, I'm just going to pondering whether I should do something. No, I'll make a note to look at that later. Facebook read only. I don't know why it says read only, so I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to record. Oh, Dre, how you doing, Dre? It's good to see you. So Dre, there's a guy called Phil he's actually my old landlord when I was living near Teen and Val d'Isere, which you've played at, obviously, because you're a musician. It's all going together. And anyway, he's just bought Ableton, and I'm going to start giving him some lessons on using it. So I just said, come along and I'll sort of show you what I do and then go into a bit more detail. So oh yeah, I totally forgot the sound I got from my brother, which I had a really quick listen to. I'm going to pop that in there. I'll listen to that in a minute, and for now I'm just going to play the drums in. So, I'm not sure if you're with us yet, Phil, but what I just did then and unfortunately again you can't see it, but I just recorded in a 1-bar loop, and at the moment it's just the hi-hat, and I just press the magic quantize button. Oh yeah, you guys, you just saw, check out my original tracks on Spotify. Gotta self-promote, hey? Gotta self-promote. So that's what we've got at the moment. Did you make a fill for Phil? Ha 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 ha! Very good. Give it up, punk. That reminds me, give it up, punk. Funk Soul Brother, check it out. But yeah, for some reason I thought of Fatboy Slim tune. Maybe I will make a drum fill for Phil. But you know what? What I've noticed is when I play this at the end, all you need to do is like turn up the delay, and it just creates its own drum fill. It is excellent. So give it up, punk. We're going to make a track, and you give each person gives like a descriptive word. My brother Alex has sent in a sound that we're going to listen to. It's not very musical, but that doesn't matter. And it would just, yeah, hopefully give other people an idea that you can just send in anything, and I attempt to cut it up. I'm not saying this track is going to be good. Yaniv, I have shaved, yes. It was time. My ginger and white beard was coming off. How you doing, Yaniv? Yes, so Phil, are you there yet still? You said you were going to get your computer in order to see stuff. Stinky? What? Olivia, how you doing? Right, I'm going to carry on. So we've got a hi-hat part. Oh yeah, the style somebody gave was dub. Phil, you're here. Awesome. I hope you can see on your computer a bit bigger and stuff like that. You got a Brazilian on your face. Yes, I don't fully understand what you mean, but knowing you, it's rude and comical, and that's all we need to know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, Olivia. That's the word. That's the word. I thought you were just throwing an insult at me for some reason. Stinky. Okay, that's the next sound. So as I said, we have a drum beat, and that's going to loop till the cows come home, as they say. And now, Phil, on here I'm pressing the button to select the bass, but you could easily do it up here as well. And here. These are things that I preloaded in like a template, but you don't necessarily have to use a template. So I click on that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move over to here, to the laptop, move over to here, and Olivia gave the word stinky. So I'm going to see if there's any stinky sounds. No. All results. It was stinky, wasn't it? Yeah. Nope. There is no stinky. So what I normally do now is I'll just delete the last word. Stink finger. No, that's a song. Okay. Okay, we're going to delete that last letter. Stingbat. Phil, you're back again. You did say you're back. Yeah, okay. Did you do the Okay, Yaniv is just chatting with Olivia. That's all good. So I will chat with you, Phil. So I found this sound, and I just click and drag into there. He's in it. And then I go back to this screen and to controller view, and this here is now the keyboard for that sound, except it's a bass sound, so I need to put it down a couple of octaves. To be honest, on Ableton, I'm not sure where it is on Ableton, but on this here, there's an octave button. I just press that a couple of times and it just puts it lower. Brilliant. Yeah, it's fine, Yaniv, Olivia. Just just chat amongst yourselves. It's all good. It's all good. So we now have a bass sound. Dre, Phil is back. Yes, Phil. There's within Ableton. Again, I've just pressed a button on the push 2. It's the scale button, so you can pick a scale. So if somebody pick a scale. So obviously you've got from A to G with all the sharps and flats. And I think here I think I'm right in saying, Dre may prove me wrong, that there is every possible mode, and there's even some weird modes. Do you know what? I'm going to move this camera. Did I stick it on? I'm going to move this fella. Hello, fella. Come on, don't be shy. This fella here. And you can see all the modes. Now, unfortunately, you can't see the modes. Yep, there's harmonic minors. There's manic minors as well. Well, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? That this camera can't go on to that. There's major pentatonic, harmonic minor, harmonic major, Dorian sharpened fourth, Phrygian dominant, melodic minor, Lydian augmented. There's loads of shit in there. And then these ones on the end, Messianian 5. I don't even know what that means. And I think there's some Chinese ones as well. Sorry, Japanese. It's all the same. What? Did I just say that? Sorry, I just need to put this cam back in there. That's a nice scale. Okay, so harmonic minor. Control of view, control of view. Right, you guys are going to have a chat amongst yourselves. Harmonic minor or the Messian. You have to give me a reason why I should pick your scale. Oh, and give me a letter as well, please. I'll have some water in it. Oh, also, I'm going to do some shameless promotion by just doing that. Oh, good, it didn't work. Shameless promotion and just doing this. Oh. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I thought I had a hotkey to go, everybody check out my Spotify playlist thing, but it didn't actually do it. Hungarian minor because you're white. That's what Jesus would pick. Well, now it's all, there's just, somebody give me a letter. Give me a letter. Tell you what, give me a letter, and then the first one I come to, I'll pick that one. A letter, please. Oh, is my mic still on? Yes. I've picked Messian because it was the closest one there. V. Okay. Which one looks like a V? An A, which is like that, looks a bit like a V if you do that right. So that is why I've picked A Messian 3. Messian. Yeah. Let's hear what it sounds like. Well, that's too low. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is 10 notes in this scale. Brilliant. So this might be a bit odd. That's not a very nice drums bass sound, is it? Yaniv has sent a letter. Good. Phil, I do apologise. You're a bit too late. I've already picked A, but it's close. B sharp A. It's a. Hang on, B sharp. Oh, it's a joke. C. Yeah. Okay. Good. I see what you did there. Even though I'm a drummer. So we've got a bass line. Oh, by the way, are the levels good of my voice and the Ableton, or is Ableton a bit loud, a bit quiet? Doesn't exist. Yes, it is C. In fact, now, there's a thing, right? Apparently, and okay, one of you may know this or not. So everybody thinks that, for example, A sharp is exactly the same as B flat, but apparently it's not. When you're tuning a piano or something like that, they have to kind of put it slightly in between, but A sharp and B flat are actually a tiny bit different. Anyway, I digress. Right, digress. I'm going to put it back. It's going to move that now. Right, we are now going to pick Omnisphere. Phil, Omnisphere is an awesome synthesizer. You don't need it. But it's really good. It's got some great sounds on it. And I'm going to go back to device. Right. Think of a digress. I digress. So give me another descriptive word. A descriptive word, please. And I'm going to look in the synthesizer. Let's move back to laptop view. I'm going to look into this synthesizer and find some sounds. So, a descriptive word. Boom, 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 boom. Descriptive word, please. Descriptive word, please. Descriptive word, please. We haven't even come to my brother's vocal there. While you guys come up with a descriptive word, let's have a listen to my brother's vocal. That isn't really how it sounds because warping is on. Phil, I'll explain what warping is when we have one-on-one lessons. So, Olivia has says green. I'm going to type in green and see what sound comes up. I don't want to use that. Acoustic guitar Greenfields. Ambient and one of these sounds good. No idea what it sounds like. Let's go back to control of view. I'm now going to put it an octave up because if that was too low, it's going to get all messy with the bass. Messy. Oh, good. It's not playing. Catastrophic. I'll use that word, Phil, for the next sound. Why isn't that playing? I think I'm asking too much of my computer. I've got a major delay, sorry. No worries. It's all good. Maybe there's actually no sound in there. No, oh, there is a sound. But it won't play. I see, right. Yeah, Phil, My internet is a bit shit. Well, my home internet is rubbish. My 4G router, it's, if I'm lucky, 1 megabit per second upload. So I had to buy a 4G router, which, if I'm lucky with that, I get 45 bits per second upload. And I need to stick the little router like right up there. And at the moment, because the weather's bad, it's less than ideal. So this is a pad that is just for Yaniv. You still there, Yaniv? Awesome. Right. Yaniv, that was a pad sound. That was just for you. Check it out. Yeah, good. Back to laptop control. By the way, Yaniv, Olivia, when you guys are wanting to start up your live streams, because I've been live streaming every day, yeah, I've picked up a few good tips for using OBS and live streaming and stuff like that. Volt Amperoff. Hello, how are you doing? We're going to make a tune together. Give me a descriptive word, please. And I'm going to pick a sound or use it to inspire me to do something or other. Right, where was I? The next sound, catastrophic. Now, I'm not really sure how to spell that, so I'm going to copy and paste it. The wonders of technology. Catastrophic. Nope, there's no sound there. Clips, all clips. I'm going to delete catastrophic. Getting better. Yaniv, getting better. I just pulled that face and then I saw out the corner of my eye what I look like when I go, oh. I shouldn't. I'll stop that. Catatonic. I'll have a look for catatonic. Do you guys remember Catatonia? I used to love Catatonia. So good. I'm afraid catastrophic isn't working. Slowly and surely. So Yaniv, are you... Work in progress. Yaniv, I realised that even if no one's listening, I'm practicing. Oh, there it is. That's my automatic thing that says, hi guys, check out my Spotify. Oh, I may have told some of you already. I have now earned $1.50 on Spotify from all the plays from my track. So go to that playlist, yeah, and put it on repeat for like a year. Just put it to one side and just put it on repeat for a year, because then maybe I'll be able to buy myself a coffee. That would be good. Volt Amperoff, if you ask, and there's a face and then immersive. Oh, immersive, that's the word. Okay, cool. Catatonic. Let's see if there's any words. If catatonic doesn't work, then I will use the word immersive. Volt Amperoff, where are you? Are you in Europe, or I'm in France and it's 10:30 in the evening here. So catatonic isn't working either, so I'm going to use Volt Amperoff. I'm going to use his immersive word. We'll get there eventually, right? Oh yes. Oh, by the way, I was wondering if it was possible. I should have prepared this. Basically, I made a little video that blah blah blah. Yeah, sorry. So much stuff going on in my head. Yes, tomorrow, once a week, every Monday, I'm releasing a track. So yes, that's 52 tracks this year. And when I say it like that, it's all a bit scary. But I see it as an experiment. I only started making music. I kind of messed around with it, but I only started making music last May. And I've got a system going that I've learnt from Mike Monday. And it's going well. I'm churning out the hits. I don't know about the hits, but Volt Amperov is in Moscow. Awesome. Immersive. I cannot believe there is not a sound that says immersive. Bear with me. Okay. I'm just going to pick rhythmical synth. I'm going to pick that one and I'm going to throw that in there because it's just dragging. It's just dragging on. It's just dragging on. This is almost as painful as when I was chopping up a bass line that I got from Dre. Dre, are you still there? Awesome bass line, but it started on the last 16th of beat 4, and my head exploded. So I'm going to move over to controller view, and we're going to listen to this sound. It sounds like a digital horse on steroids. I think that's what it is. Right, this is going to be a weird one again. Brilliant. Sound quite immersive. It doesn't really sound immersive, but basically, I don't know if you can see, I typed immersive, nothing came up, and I typed in IM and impulsive connections came up. So I'm going to do something weird, obviously. I turned that down and I panned it. Get out of the way a little bit. Right, now it's time to go back to laptop view and listen to this vocal. Let's listen to the vocal on its own. So I need to turn all of these off, otherwise they'll just play forever, so we can just listen to this vocal.
Ba, 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 ba.
Awesome. And do you know what? I don't even know what key that's in. So I will belch, and then I'm going to turn on this warping fella. And Olivia taught me that I need to say, this is the start of the bar. Because the very first time I did this, I didn't actually know how I was going to chop up the sample. And I was like, well, how hard can it be? I'll just learn it with everyone. Yes. Bear with me, I'm just going to read this. So it... Are you... So... Voltamperov is saying so. It is okay to use... Sorry. So, it is okay to use non-connected scales together at the same time? Question mark. Okay. Are you up to political music? I don't know what that word means, and I probably read it wrong. Voltaramp. I'm just going to call you Volt, if that's okay. So Volt, basically, I'll change it. I'll transpose it. I'll change the key of it to make it fit. And this is quite a weird key anyway, so I think it's all going to sound weird and interesting. Volt is okay. Okay, thank you for letting me call you Volt. That's all good. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of that. Oh, hang on, there's the one. So I'm just trying to get the end of this sample. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to move this across to there. Comme ça. French, right? In it. I'm going to move that to there. By the way, what he sent me is probably not in time at all. I'll put the metronome on and have a listen. Yes, it's not. And this is with Ableton trying to warp it. So, if I want to try something. Ah, it's not letting me move it. Now that is a little weird. Why would it not let me move it? Ah. See, this fella... Oh, you can't actually see what I'm trying to do. Ah, right. If I move my head out the way. So, I am on... no. Controller. No, that's that. Yep, that's that one. Okay. I can move that over to here. Like so. And then I'm going to lock that. So, yeah, over here... I can change this normally. I can click that and change the beats per minute, but it doesn't want to let me do that. So in which case I'm going to highlight all of that and I'm going to put in insert warp markers and I'm just going to drag this fella into time. Yes, and then I will think about the key of it and everything like that. So let's move that to there. I'm going to move that out the way. Move that to there. Let's move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Don't know what this is going to sound like, but I'm just going to move it and see what happens. It's all fun and games. Let's have a listen. Okay. It might be because you're using Complex Pro. Really? Okay, I put it to beats. Anyway, do you know what? I want to use Complex Pro, and I want to loop it, and let's have a listen. No, I want it to go from there. Right, now I'm going to play that all together, and this fella here, I'm going to turn up the transposing and attempt to get it in tune. So let's select all of them to start at the same time. Sounds weird. But not actually that bad. So, Phil, if you're still there, what's going on now is we've got all the parts, yeah? And I go into arrangement view and I just move that down there. He sounds like a talking cat. Well, he was doing it super, super low, so I put it up an octave, and obviously it's going to make it sound a bit weird. I need to bring my camera. I need to move my camera. That's the main camera down to here. Right, cool. Phil is saying make the umbar event more spread, more even. Okay. Let's have a look at that. So, just to let you know, normally when I'm throwing down or splurging an idea, just like that, normally, if there's a mistake, I live with it and I listen to the track a week later. And then I think, right, what parts do I want to use and what parts do I want to throw away? And sometimes I don't want to use any of the track. Sometimes I do. But you've asked, so umbar more even. Yeah, so that. I'm just going to turn him up a bit so we can hear. Yeah, I quite like that. Awesome. Right. Thank you for that, Phil. Now, I'm going to just, all of those parts, I'm just going to record a small section of them into here. And what I'm going to do now is... Right, so I'm going to select all of these. Now I'm throwing down, this is just a really, really quick arrangement. It's not like a finished product arrangement, it's a quick arrangement. I want that vocal to be near the drums, and then the bass, and then the other things. I've selected all of these, and I'm going to turn that off, move it along. So it's just going to be the drum beat, then the vocals are going to come in, and then the bass is going to come in. And Phil, when we have the one-to-one lesson, I can explain all this. Well, you can ask all questions. I could explain all this. Move that across there, and that across there. So now what I have is each group of instruments or instrument coming in one at a time and carrying on. And then from here up to here, I've now split all those, and I can break it down to just that sound. Move that across, and then that comes in, and it kind of goes backwards. And why I do this is that when I listen back to it, as I said, a week later, I will hear like some of the sounds together at different times, and I'm like, oh, there's my intro. And it may not be where I thought the intro was going to be. Let's split that, and then we're gonna bass and drums, then the vocals going to come in, and then both of those are going to come in, and then that is the end. Beautiful friend, the end. And there you have it. Cool. Somebody just said something. Do you have some basic knowledge? Do I have some basic knowledge of what? Of life? No, not at all. So, what I'm going to do now, we're going to have a listen to it. I'll turn my mic off and we'll just see what it sounds like. A lot of the times when everything's together, when you actually listen to it in arrangement, it can sound way more interesting than just having a loop and you hear some things separately and stuff like that. I'm going to be turning up and down some effects and some delay and stuff like that. And when I turn up the delay on the drums, it will sound like there's some drum fills going on, which is quite nice. So we shall listen to it. I'll press play and I'll turn off my mic. And yeah, Phil, if you want to explain a bit more, just type it in and I will answer after the track is on. 1, 2. Oh, no, I haven't. And there you have it. Just like that. Yeah, so throw an idea down, listen to it a week later, and then take some parts from it. I quite like the drum and the bass part, and not the kind of fast higher keyboard part, but there's a nice pad part. I might use those in future. I'm just going to read some of these. You need a music video for this. Yeah, talking cat thing. Phil, that's kind of half the fun of it, is like get info from you guys and then just make something. Well, it sounds like someone just randomly composed different sounds in a door. Well, Volt, that is because that's exactly what happened. I just randomly picked some ideas out. And if you check out my tunes on Spotify, that's how I make my music. I randomly throw ideas down, and if I've got like 50 ideas, I might pick 20 of them that I like, and then I'll refine them. So you're just seeing, you're not seeing the refining process, you're just seeing the random idea generation process, as it were. And did you notice that when I turned up the delay on the drums, it made it sound like a drum fill was going on, instead of having to practice it. Sorry, not practice. Instead of having to what's it called? Program in the drum fills. That's right. So there was drum fills for Phil. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. That's been really cool. And Phil, let's chat and arrange a time that we can do something on Skype, and I can get you started with making your own tunes. That would be cool. Okay, cool. Have a lovely evening. I'm going to sit down and watch some Bridgerton, because I can, really. So have a nice evening, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow night. I'm here tomorrow night. All right, you intrigued me. Oh, about the tracks. Check out the tracks, and if you don't like them, you've lost nothing. If you do like them, then tell all your friends about it. Okay, take care. I can't talk.